Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Foliage. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So today I'm going to be talking about the variegated Portulaca. You can see it has already bloomed. It has a pink flower. Now usually they come in different flowers. There are also orange ones as well, but this one is the pink one. Now the reason why it's called as variegated, because they have a lot of variegation on their leaves. They don't tend to have that regular green color which a lot of Portulacas have. So these are the variegated version. They have this pretty much the same care requirements what we give for our regular plants. The regular Portulaca, you need to give a good amount of sunlight. Most probably what I tend to do is I give a morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. I try to avoid the afternoon sunlight because it can be very strong, but you can even give filtered afternoon sunlight as well. Now as long as the sun is present, the flowers are going to be open, but once it's evening around 4-5, the flowers start to close, but during the daytime the flowers are open. So as the sun sets, the flowers also tend to close. Now talking about the soil, I use the same soil mix. It has to be loose, porous and well draining. The pot should have a drain hole. If the water tends to collect in the pot, then the roots will get rotted. So you need to have a pot with the drain hole. The soil should not be heavy. It should not get compact. It should be very loose and porous so that the soil can be well draining and should not get compact. Pest attack, they do get affected with mealybugs. In fact, all of those Porcelain and Portulacas, they often get affected with mealybugs a lot, so you have to be careful. You can go with any organic solution if you have any issues with that, or you can even sprinkle some dry cinnamon powder on the soil, but you have to keep a watch out because oftentimes they get affected with mealybugs. Now talking about propagation, you can cut any part of the stem and just put it into the soil. Within a couple of days it will start to root, and then you're going to have another plant. It's very easy to propagate them. You can even collect the seeds. I have not done the seed collection, but I tend to just cut any part of the stem and put it into the soil, and after a few days it starts to grow. So they are very easy to grow via cuttings, via stem cuttings, or you can do root division as well. But for root division you need to take out the entire plant and then separate it. So the best option is just cut off any part of the stem and put it into the soil. It will start to grow. Now talking about watering, whenever you see that 50% of the soil is dry, you can go ahead and water it. It is said that Portulacas are drought tolerant, which means that they can go without watering for a longer time. They tend to store water in their leaves, but if you are from a very dry environment, then don't keep them underwatered for a very long time. They might dry out, but usually in a normal condition they can withstand drought. They don't require watering very often, but you need to check the soil. I would say whenever you feel that 50% of the soil is dry, you can go ahead and water it, but they also tend to survive with underwatering as well for a longer period of time. But again, I have not kept them underwatered a very long time, but at times I forget to water them, and I water them after 4 or 5 days, and it's absolutely fine. During monsoon season I do not actually water them because they are out in the rain. They keep getting water from the rain, so I don't water them during the monsoon season. But yes, during the summers I keep a check. Whenever I feel that almost 50 to 60% of the soil is dry, I go ahead and water it. But again, as I said, they are drought tolerant. They can survive for longer periods without water. But again, don't keep that as a practice, because at times you might forget it for a longer time and the plant will start to die. So that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep planting.